Well, we're gonna work on the truck today. Got brakes, shocks, change the oil, change the fuel filter. It's raining, as you can hear. So we gotta do a little cleanup in the garage and then we'll pull the truck in. Ta-da. So, it did sit outside while it rained on it while I cleaned up the shop, so it is gonna have to drip dry. That's okay. Need to go back up to the house, get all of the brake parts that came in a couple days ago from Rock Auto, and I need a coffee. So we're getting there, real close. Get started on it early this morning, have it done in no time. Lots of other stuff to do. All right, coffee is secured. Packages are in there. That's tires for a log splitter. Different video. Most important thing about Rock Auto parts is you must open them and see what magnet you got. Most important thing about Rock Auto parts is what magnet did you get. Let's see. What? Surely that's a mistake. Well, update, I did go ahead and take the brake rotor out of the box, double checked it, no magnet. So these two boxes came together. I'm going to assume double magnets in that one. Guess let's find out. Well, this is just sad. I had 3 packages from Rock Auto delivered to the house, 2 different days. This is the only magnet I got. It's like the whole reason I order from Rock Auto is to get the magnets. Very disappointing. Now, not that I'm spoiled, but it would be nice to have a lift. Maybe one of these days, but for today, we're doing the old floor mechanic method. If you are a loyal Harbor Freight shopper like myself, you've ever seen one of these lights and you're like, I don't know if it's worth it or not. 100% worth them. I've started buying them when I was working on machine tools. Some shops aren't lit up quite nicely. And the magnet right to stuff. Yeah. They're perfect. Perfect. Well, thankfully, whoever worked on this before, which is not me, did not over tighten the caliper bolts, and it looks like they used a little bit of grease on them, so that was good. Also, don't forget your bungee to hang your caliper. Don't let it fall all the way down. You will fuck up this brake hose, and then you'll be like just beating your head against the wall trying to figure out what's going on when your brake hose is collapsed and your brakes lock up. But I do think Rock Auto sent me the wrong brake pads. So we're gonna look into it. All right, so this is one of the old ones, and these are the new ones. So I think I'm good. However, I did get some clips for these. So apparently there's another caliper that goes on this that the top comes off of it. And you don't actually have to take this, you don't have to take the caliper off of the assembly. You just pull these clips and they come out. We don't have that. So, these are the right brake pads. These are the old ones. These do have like these clips on them, but I don't think that's a big deal. Of course, these don't. So, I think we're good. So one thing I did notice is there's supposed to be a screw in here, which there's not. So the rotor is loose, which is perfect, makes it easier to get off. So now we need to take this bracket off and we will clean our new rotor. And I actually think maybe I'll change the shock first. Yes. So I'll get this out of my way, get this off, get this out of my way, change my shock, then I'll put it all back together. I think that's the way to go. Okay, so I talked about some clips that they sent me. They're to replace these. Look at me being salty because I didn't get any magnets. All right, so right there. Opened them up because I wanted to check them. So to replace these. Okay, I'll get over the magnet thing, I guess. All right, shock is out. Got a new set here. Rancho. I think I have Ranchos on the back. Can't remember. Did not buy them from Rock Auto. Now, here's the deal. That OEM shock has the studs like pressed in the top. This does not. This is a bolt and nut situation in the top. However, they only give you new stuff for the top. You have to reuse the OEM for the bottom. The other thing about this is, get this out of the way, this new shock does not come with any stickers. What is wrong with these manufacturers? No stickers. Unreal. All right, new shock is in, everything is tight. Readjusted my brake caliper more out of the way, tied it up a little bit better. New rotor on, and lubed the bolts, tighten them down. Now, Andy Clark probably 20 years ago would have painted these. We're not doing that. So, does look like shit though, but it's whatever. Not gonna see it anyway. So, these are not greasy, so these are coated with something else. I looked it up. So normally, I remember, it's been a long time, but last time I changed brakes on something, the rotors were just like covered in a film. They were cleaned up or whatever. These are not. So, but didn't have to clean them. So I don't have to get brake fluid everywhere and find all the cuts on my hands. This has gone fairly smooth. I do wish I had the bolt to try to keep this up better, but we'll be okay. All right, next thing is put the pads on there. I got to push the pistons back, and then this side will be done. So not too shabby. Okay, we had an unplanned stop at O'Reilly's. So these are the caliper bolts. This one was a little tight when I was taking it out, but I just thought, it's been a while, right? It's no good, my friend. Plus it was kind of seized up in there. So, called down to the local auto parts store, and I got new ones for both sides. So, probably should have bought these on Rock Auto. Didn't think about it. Didn't think it'd be a problem. It's not ever been a problem like this one's. Fine in there. And it was loose. So, new caliper bolts. Got some of this grease for these. And here we go. And we're done. So, new rotor, new pads, new caliper bolts, new shock. Just like that. So we're done with this side. Still got the other side to do. Got to change the oil. Still got to change the fuel filter. And that's it. We're done. The oil can probably wait for a little bit because I need to get outside and get the pan out of the wood shack, but it's a little wet over there. So definitely I'll get the other side done. We'll get the fuel filter changed and kind of see what the weather does. It's not let up though yet, but put that on. There we go. Look at that thing. Nice. And just like that, this side's done. So, had the same problem with the caliper bolts. One of them was seized up in there. So, got it out. Everything's changed. Everything's lubed up. Tight. Put that on there this time because this one just kept falling like crazy. So I had to put that on there. But alright, so it's all back together. It has been test driven. Worked out perfectly. Also changed the fuel filter before we test drove it. Just because it needed to get done. And there it is. Nasty. So, now, since we test drove it, it got hot, of course. I still need to change the oil and the transmission filter, external filter. So I went ahead on old Black Betty here. The sway bar bushings were clapped out on that, so replaced them. A little bit better drive, doesn't sound as rattly now. So we're back on this one. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit more. Need to change the oil, change the external transmission filter, oil filter, transmission filter, and then it will be pretty good to go. So it needs a bath pretty bad, pretty bad. But not today, because it's raining. All right, let it cool down a little bit and then we'll get back on it.